Nigerians react as Ahmed Bola Tinubu is set to splash billions of dollars acquired through World Bank loan on new presidential jet. Senator Sani openly exposed Ahmed Bola Tinubu, causing further of protest in Nigeria. Hello Nigerians, you're welcome back to this channel, and if it's the first time I'm coming across this channel, please do well to hit the subscribe button. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always dropping by to watch our videos. Now it is clear to Nigerians that Ahmed Bola Tinubu and his government officials, these politicians in Nigeria, from the governors to the National Assembly members, all of them, they are no longer interested in the challenges, hardship, difficulties faced by average Nigerian citizen. In fact, they are all there because of themselves. They are just there because of their stomach infrastructure. I'm telling you the truth. And that is why we are suffering and facing these difficulties in Nigeria. And that is why we have this kind of inflation, food inflation, everything. That is because our government does not know how to invest in our priorities. Or should I say that their priority is themselves. All they have is their selfish interest. I'm telling you the truth. The other time they spent billions of naira buying SUVs for the lawmakers and senators. It was spending billions of naira to build a new mansion for Vice President Kashim Shettima. Why the poor masses are suffering? Why millions of Nigerians don't even have a place to keep their head? Now the news that we had today was that after borrowing 2.25 billion US dollar from World Bank, now Nigeria is now considering buying a new private jet for the president and for Kashim Shettima, the vice president. What a misplaced priority. I'm telling you the truth. When people are suffering, when there are other areas where this money could be invested in order to improve the lives and alleviate the hardship people are facing in this country. They are yet to agree on the minimum wage for the Nigerian Labour Congress. They keep telling them there is no money in this country to pay them. Yet, they are considering buying a private jet for the president and for the vice president Kashim Shettima. And you begin to ask yourself, what happened to the old one that they have been using? This is what Peter Obi keeps saying every now and then. You don't have to live large when you inherit a poor economy. Look at Nigeria going to borrow money to buy aircraft for the president. This is what they are considering to do. Now, some Nigerians have actually reacted to this because Nigerians are angry. People are hungry, and you are considering using the money you acquired from World Bank loan to acquire a new private jet for you and your vice. Now, somebody said, Nigerians, official bat is laughing at us, and he's laughing hard at our faces. He's telling Nigerians to go to hell, that he and his cronies can do whatever they damn please, and we cannot do anything about it. Imagine 80 million, this is $80 million jet out of 2.2 billion World Bank loan. You see it? Another person said, who do Nigeria that Baba Strong can garn? Imagine a country who is here to settle ASU, minimum wage and all. You want to go for fresh loan and you don't have a problem spending $80 million on private jet. Now, wow. Well, I believe that some Nigerians who actually voted Ahmed Bola Tinubu during the last election are learning their lessons now. Come 2027, you will see them sheepishly going to vote him again because of one thing or the other that they have given to them. Some of them will go there to vote him because of tribalistic sentiments. But look at what Nigeria is passing through in the hands of this man, Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Now, having said that, remember on the Democracy Day, Senator Sani actually gave a speech. He talked about how they fought for democracy. He mentioned names of people who really fought hard for this democracy. But on that day of Democracy Day, Tinubu raised a portrait of himself instead of acknowledging those who really fought for that democracy. I want you to watch that particular video, and when we come back, we'll just analyze the video and wrap up.
A day like this will not be complete without appreciating the role played by the likes of Colonel Abubakar Dangiwa Umar, the likes of Chief Abraham Adesanya, Alani Akao Boshorun, and the likes of Fred Eno. Mr. President, even though the governor of Kaduna State removed me from the seat, I will always remember that he was one of those who stood for us when we were in prison. He was among those who kept the torch of freedom alive while many of us languished in the cell. Mr. President, I would like to draw your attention to this fact and this truth. The national anthem cannot unite a nation. A national pledge cannot unite a nation. A constitution cannot unite a nation. A nation is united by the ideals of freedom. A nation is united by equity and by justice. Many younger generations of today have not and couldn't know the sacrifice we have made to restore democracy to this country. It is important that we bring attention to those who were not here in those days of the struggle. This democracy was not a gift given to us by the military. It was not a lottery that we won. It was a product of struggle and sacrifice. There were people who were forced into exile, like the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces and the likes of Wole Soyinka. There were people who were sent to prison, like us. We're supposed to spend the first 15 years of our life in prison, but by the magnanimity of God, we were out. There were many who were dead. This democracy was a product of struggle. The Academic Staff Union of Nigeria made sacrifices. Nigerian media made sacrifices. The NUPENG, headed by the like of Franco Kori, made sacrifices. The National Association of Nigerian Students made sacrifices. This democracy was a product of that struggle, was a product of that commitment, and was a product of that determination. Mr. President, you have a duty to succeed. If you succeed, you will share your glory because you came from the trenches, you came from that struggle, you come from that period of struggle. Mr. President, if you fail, they will say that those of you who fought for democracy have nothing new to offer to Nigeria. We will pray for you, and we believe that the reforms which you have taken, there is no doubt about it, you too have recognized the untold hardship and the suffering it has inflicted on millions of people. But we are expecting that at the end of the day, it will bear fruit, and people will rejoice and say that the sacrifices that they have made, the consequences of that reforms, was something that was worth all this trouble. Mr. President, thank you for the honor and the privilege, and do something about the Nigerian prisons, because they were the ones who hosted us in those days and in those dark days of the struggle. And at the last call, Mr. President, there are some people who are still in detention as a result of the NSAS protest. They were young people who were protesting for justice, for freedom, and for democracy. Any young protester in Nigeria today learned from you, because you were the father of protest in Nigeria. Do something about it. Give them the freedom. You taught us, you funded us to stand up and fight. So they are your children and your grandchildren. Give them the pardon. Thank you and God bless.
Now, I believe you listened to him. He made Ahmed Bola Tinubu to understand that changing the national anthem will not bring unity and progress to the country. It is abiding by laws, equity, and justice. And that is what this particular government has failed to do. We can actually attest to that during the last presidential election. Not only that, he went on to call Ahmed Bola Tinubu the father of protests here in Nigeria, and that he should release all those who have been arrested and been in detention because of NSAS protests. Well guys, I will stop this video here and allow you to drop your comments in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos. Thank you for watching.